fuckers, and as you can see I am back on your screens, sort of. I'm using quite a cheap and rather box standard webcam after my last one packed up. This one I can't do anything with the image quality, so it does look a bit dark. The colour is a bit saturated, but I'm here anyway, you know. So yeah, thanks to Commander Jimbo76 for that one. He bought and sent over a replacement webcam, the one I'm using, and I knew nothing about it until, well, actually, I was going to say until it arrived, but yeah, they didn't deliver the first one. So the first I knew about it was when I got a message from Jim saying that there would be an unusual parcel arriving, except it didn't, so he had to send a second one. So yeah, if you want someone to blame for my you know, fantastic physique appearing on your screen again, then Jim's your man. Anyway, update 11 is here, delayed a week, but it has arrived. This is just going to be a short sort of guided tour of the layout of the carrier. I'm not going to do a jump yet. I think I might save that for a live stream. I will probably do one, not tonight because the servers will be fucked and everyone's going to be doing a live stream tonight. So probably be like Thursday or Friday that I'll do one. But well, we can take a look at the first change from here, and it's the big change. Well, aside, I'll say the big change, aside from, you know, the fleet carrier interiors. But you can now store and sell the Odyssey materials that you pick up. Not just the assets, but also goods and data. You can buy and sell the lot at the bar on the carrier here. But there is, of course, a drawback. The capacity is 100, and that's for everything. It's not 100 data, 100 goods, 100 assets. No, that's the lot. It's very small, so you've got to be ultra sort of picky with regards to what you're selling. So, for example, I shifted all my ionised gas, all my suit schematics, all my weapon schematics, compression liquefied gas, power regulator. I didn't even shift all of my compression liquefied gas. And I shifted over one data, which is, yeah, I got a settlement defence plan. And that's it, that's all 100 taken up. So I've still got all this other data that I was going to trade or sell or whatever on the carrier, all these other goods, and all of my assets, and there's no room for any of them. That capacity really does need bumping up. It needs another 0 on the end. You know, at least give us the same capacity as, you know, as we can carry. So yeah, that's. I was hoping it would be better than that. I mean, it's still handy. You know, it means that, you know, if you need, you know, the essential materials for your upgrades and your engineering, and the missions aren't coming by, well, seek out a carrier that's selling them. Now, other changes. We'll go to the carrier management. You may have just quickly caught a glimpse of one change, which is that when it comes to setting your tariffs, here we go, you can now set them individually. So Pioneer Supply, you can set whatever you like. Shipyard, totally independent. Armory, totally independent, and so on and so on. So, I mean, most of mine are the same. Pioneer Supplies, it's plus 5%, you know. No, I'll leave it like that. Shipyard and outfitting I've set to naught because I don't sell anything in either of those. So, you know, it makes it look like I'm being very generous, but in fact, it's, yeah, it don't make fuck all difference. So, yeah, that's one change. I do like that. So here we get the bartender, and it's set up in exactly the same way as your commodities board. So if you can't be bothered to set up commodity buying and selling orders, the chances are you won't be bothered to set this up as well, because yeah, it is exactly the same. So I've set up my selling orders. Yes, I sell my settlement defence plan for the maximum price I could. Sue me. Everything else, I bumped up the price a little, and I do mean a little. If you're, you know, if you're playing Odyssey and you need these materials, these prices are not going to put you off. So you know, I doubt I'm going to buy anything in the bar. But what I will probably do is, if I hear from somebody, you know, who's playing on my private group, and they say, look, I've got blah blah blah, I want to flog it, then I may just set up a buying order just for that one instance. So yeah, let me know, you know, if that ever applies to you. The next change is in the livery options. So we now have a Concourse theme here. These three they come as standard. There's no like arcs involved in getting any of these. This is yeah, as you can see, this is the default one. I've changed it to the research one. You also have the extraction. So you can bet your life there will be other ones coming along where, you know, which you'll need to spend arcs on. I've got no problem with that. You know, I'll probably do that as soon as you know, a half decent one shows up. But yeah, that all looks pretty good. But let's face it, you're not here to see, like, you know, the subtle you know, new changes. You want to have a look around the carrier, so let's do that. And here we are, out and about inside the hangar. Obviously a small hangar because I'm still in my Viper. And because small ships only ever have at most 2 people in them, there's 2 elevators there. If you go to a medium or a large hangar, you'll have 4 elevators there, because yeah, there is a possibility of there being 4 people hanging around. It's very unlikely, but it is a possibility. So that's the other entrance from the carrier there. So we have the crew all hanging around. A lot of them hanging around, just staring at each other, not doing anything. And here we are. Here's the first section we come to. Now there are various terminals scattered around. They offer very limited functions, so yeah, you can access carrier management and redemption office, and then there's your you know, your suit loadout and your hollow me, and that is it. But you know, it has its uses, I suppose. So we'll head down here, and this is the bar. It's a lot smaller than the one in
something I can get to you, Commander?
You know, docking stations and that, but nevertheless, here it is. So now, if you are, I mean, he still says trading, selling, or both, but in fact, you can't trade here. With the carrier bartender, it's only buying and selling. So you ask him what he has in stock, and yep, so you can buy any of these from my carrier. As some of these sell, you know, I will replace them with different things. I'm not just going to sell constant ionized gas and you know, compression liquefied gas and what have you. And then, so I'm not buying in anything at the moment, so there is nothing here. But that's your options. There's no trading, you know, which it would have been nice, but you can see why they didn't do it. So we're back in the main area again. So if we look over on this side, and this is where we have your Pioneer supplies.
If you want to buy from someone who knows their stuff, look no further.
And the handy thing about this is you've basically got a mobile Shinra to Desra as far as your supplies go. All 3 suits available, all 11 weapons available. So, you know, if you have a carrier or, you know, if you're visiting one, you can now get every weapon, every suit, you know, no problem. You can also obviously do your upgrades here. As far as consumables go,
all in one place.
It's saying that e-breaches are unavailable here, but I have a feeling, I've not tried this out yet, so I don't know for sure, but I do have a feeling that if you have your carrier in either an anarchy or a communist system, you will be able to buy e-breaches there. Like I say, I don't know for sure, but it's an assumption I've made. It's a fairly safe assumption as well, I think. So head down here, and we get the shipyard. To have this feature, you've got to have the shipyard fitted to your carrier. You know, no shipyard, you don't get this. It's, again, if a player has arrived on your carrier as a passenger on your ship, then, you know, they will need to make use of this so they can call, like, you know, their ships over and what have you. I'm not selling any ships here, shock horror. So yeah, that option is greyed out. And then over here we have the Vista Genomics.
Vista Genomics. Can I help you?
This, I think, is probably the most useful of all the new.
To learn everything it can about the cosmos.
Yeah, all the new features on the carrier you know, internals. Being able to hand in your Vista Genomics stuff on a carrier, if you're on, you know, like a long distance, you know, a long distance exploration trip, that's a big help. So yeah, I really do like the fact that you have that. Over here you've got the escape pods. Anybody who has seen a certain video by Down to Earth Astronomy will know, yeah, don't use those unless you really have to. So down here we have I guess it's like an observation area with all these seats, and yeah, you can now sit in a seat, and you will not believe the number of people on the forums who are fucking creaming their pants over this. We can sit down. I mean, you listen to them, you'd think it was like the greatest innovation in the history of gaming. You can sit down. Big fucking deal. You know, okay, it's useful, I suppose, but it's not that important. So anyway, we're heading up to the flight deck, or the commands, you know, the bridge, whatever you want to fucking call it. And I don't know if this is restricted or not. I think it is, and only the carrier owner or anybody in their wing stroke team can actually get up here. So if you're just visiting the carrier, you know, you won't be able to just, you know, wander up here and whatever. So this is, I guess, the Elite Dangerous Fleet Carrier equivalent of the captain's chair. So when you are, you know, about to make your carrier jump, you can sit here, get the probably the best view of the whole thing. I've not done a carrier jump yet since this, so I know a lot of people have been moaning, shock horror, about the fact that carrier jumps at the moment are taking anywhere between 20 minutes and half an hour. That's because, as I predicted, everyone who's got a carrier is currently jumping about all over the place, and the servers are fucking being brought to a fucking crawl. So this is, I guess this is the Elite Dangerous equivalent of, old Captain Johnny Pickles' ready room. Yeah, I mean, you can now sit at the desk because, cool, isn't that fucking great? And you do have access to your carrier management from here. As far as the costs of the new features, where are we? So, active, the bar is an extra 1,750,000 per week. It costs, I think it was 150 million to buy this and have it installed. So anyway, that's done. The Vista Genomics, 1.5 million per week. This cost, I think it was 130 million. Yeah, it's quite expensive one, that. And actually, no, who am I kidding? Considering what it offers, it was a fucking steal. Oh yeah, and of course they are using up your capacity, space on your carrier. Still plenty of space on there. So the final one is the Pioneer Supplies. This is quite an expensive one. It adds 5 million per week. Takes up 200 units. It costs 250 million to install this. So the net result is that my carrier's weekly upkeep now is somewhere in the region of 31 to 32 million. I've got no problem with that. That's easy to maintain. But there we are. That is how the fleet carrier interiors look. There's no denying it. They do look fucking good. So I will obviously have a carrier jump appearing, and that will be in my first live stream post update 11. So yeah, it'll be either Thursday or Friday I will do that. But there is your guided tour anyway of the fleet carrier internals, or at least the fleet carrier interior of the Gopher Kyurselv. Well, wasn't that fun? Yeah, now that the tour's over, you can go away.